Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. All right, I got another Criterion 4K release to review today. Going to share my thoughts on a title that's been recently released by the Criterion Collection on the 4K format. It came out in January, was originally scheduled to come out in November, but it was delayed until January, and I picked it up as part of the recent March 24-hour flash sale on the Criterion.com site. It is a film from 1990 from director Reginald Hudlin, produced by his brother Warrington Hudlin. It comes in at spine 1287. And I tell you what, when I saw House Party recently on this new 4K, it made me think, what in the world took me so long to watch this film? I mean, I absolutely enjoyed watching this film. This film is so much fun to watch. It captures a moment in time. It is a cultural landmark of a film, and it is just absolutely a hoot to watch. And so I'm going to take some time to tell you what I think about this film. We'll talk about the movie. We'll talk about how does it look on the 4K format. It's got a new 4K restoration, got Dolby Vision, so how does it look? And we'll talk about the supplements and whether or not, as an overall package, is House Party from 1990, Reginald Hudlin's feature debut. Is it worth picking up in an upcoming Barnes & Noble sale? Let's talk about it. All right, we're talking about House Party, the film from Reginald Hudlin from 1990. That was his feature debut that he directed, and his brother Warrington Hudlin produced this film. Now, my exposure to Reginald Hudlin's work came about 30-some years ago when I was sitting in the theater with my dad watching this film, Boomerang, starring Eddie Murphy and this all-star cast. I mean, you had Halle Berry at the time. Just an absolute fantastic film. This also had Martin Lawrence in it, Robin Givens, David Alan Grier. Just an absolute fantastic film. He is a player who's about to be played. And this is a film that is probably my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. I know you got Coming to America, which is up there, probably neck and neck with Coming to America. But this film from 1992 by Reginald Hudlin, it is an absolute hoot. I absolutely love this film. Now, wouldn't this make for an interesting Criterion release? But anyway, today we're talking about House Party, the movie that he put out 2 years before as his feature debut. And it comes in this very nice looking release on 4K Ultra HD. You open it up, you have the 4K and the Blu-ray in there. You have this nice pamphlet. You look at the front and the back right there. And this pamphlet here, you have, of course, Kid and Play, who are Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin there. You also have on the back here, Tisha Campbell and AJ, who are here, who play the wonderful characters in this film. And I gotta remember the names. The characters, Sydney and Shireen, Tisha Campbell and AJ Johnson. You also have Martin Lawrence, who is Bilal in this film, Dragon Breath, as the girls called him. You have Full Force in this film. This film is an absolute hoot to watch. I mean, from the interaction with the bullies, with the cops, the dance-offs, Robin Harris playing Kid's father in this film, who of course died way too soon. He died right around the time this film came out, so he was only in his late 30s when he passed away, but man, he was such a great character as the dad in this film. So let me take a moment to read the back of the case. It says, in this dazzlingly imaginative teen comedy, the breakthrough feature debuted by writer-director Reginald Hudlin, the hip-hop duo Kid and Play bring their star power to the big screen as aspiring MCs preparing for the party of the year. When Kid's father, Robin Harris, forbids him from attending Play's party, Kid sneaks out anyway, kicking off a wild night of dance-offs and rap battles, run-ins with bullies and cops, and a bit of romance. With an ensemble cast that also includes Tisha Campbell, Mitchell, and members of the music group Full Force, plus a hit soundtrack, House Party is a beloved feel-good snapshot of early 1990s hip-hop culture that brought Black teenage experience to the mainstream and that shines bright to this day. I absolutely enjoyed this film. I have seen the theatrical cover of this film for many years, but I've never seen this film until I watched this new 4K. I had this idea in my mind that this film was something different than what it actually is. For that reason, I just dismissed it. I never watched it, but then Criterion announced that they were putting it out. And I decided, let me go ahead and give this film a chance. And I am so glad that I did. And I'm now thinking, man, I should have watched this film a long time ago. But in any event, better late than never. I have to say, watching this film on this 4K is an absolute treat. Part of what I enjoyed about this movie is seeing these actors, seeing Tisha Campbell, seeing Martin Lawrence, seeing them from back in the day. And of course, after this movie, they would star together in the TV series Martin, and they would go on to do different things. Martin Lawrence would go on to play in Reginald Hudlin's Boomerang, and he would go on to do some great things in his career. So it was sort of a launching pad for a number of different people. And it was definitely a way to feature some of these great folks from back in the day. Kid and Play, the popular hip hop group from that time. This was a great feature opportunity for them. Now, there are sequels to this film. I don't know if those sequels, how they compare to this film, but I really enjoyed House Party. Let me know in the comment section below if you've seen House Party 2 and 3. What do you think about those films? Kid sneaks out. His dad is played by Robin Harris. Robin Harris is telling him, hey, look, you got in trouble at school. You are not going anywhere. So Kid has to sneak out. Of course, there's a house party at Play's place, and you see him entertaining Sydney and Shireen, played by Tisha Campbell and AJ Johnson. And then, of course, Martin Lawrence, who is playing the DJ, the MC there in the middle. You see a young Martin Lawrence there. Just absolute fun, fantastic time. The film follows Kid as he sneaks out to attend the party. From there, it becomes a night of music, comedy, and chaos. The music in this film is just off the charts. It's absolute fun, brings tremendous energy to this film, along with the actors in this film. The Hudlin brothers. Reginald Hudlin was the director, Warrington Hudlin the producer. For me, a big part of what I appreciate about this film is the distinct creative voice and the authenticity that the Hudlin brothers brought to this project in the sense of the way they presented authentically hip-hop culture and the Black teenage experience all in one in this wonderful, entertaining, high-energy hoot of a movie that is absolute fun to watch, doesn't take itself too seriously, but authentically presents the Black teenage experience and hip-hop culture at this point in time, late 1980s, early 1990s. Very real, very genuine, and I really enjoyed seeing a young Tisha Campbell, a young Martin Lawrence, Kid and Play from back in the day. Just absolute great stuff. As far as the performances, I mean, Kid and Play, they just bring a natural chemistry that really drives the film and, again, makes the film feel absolutely authentic. And I absolutely loved the characters Sydney and Shireen, played by Tisha Campbell and AJ Johnson. You'll hear in the features how they are actually friends in real life, and they were coming up together and getting different roles and opportunities. And as they were auditioning for these roles, they kind of worked together to get these parts. Because they had that real friendship off screen, that authenticity really comes through in them playing these characters who are attending this party. They have sort of a romantic connection to Kid and Play, and that is played off very beautifully and authentically. So I think they did a great job. And then, of course, the performances of all the supporting characters. Robin Harris as the father. I mean, that is one of the most memorable aspects of this film, as well as Full Force, the bullies, the cops. All of the characters really bring it in this film. The tone and the culture of this film, lighthearted, energetic, fun, hip-hop influence, early 90s vibe. The cultural impact, you see the dance off there between Kid and Play and, of course, Tisha Campbell and AJ Johnson. Just fantastic. Down there in the bottom left, you'll see Martin Lawrence talking to Tisha Campbell in the bottom right in a precursor to their working together on the TV series Martin. At the top At the top right, you see Robin Harris. They're looking crazy-eyed as the father. And of course, the top left, kid working on his high top hairstyle there. This film is a time capsule of a film that captures this moment in time, this wonderful representation of Black teenage culture and hip hop culture. Absolutely love it. So overall, as a film, what can I say? I enjoyed this film, thoroughly was entertained by it, and it is a film that I will definitely be revisiting from time to time. I just can't say enough about how much I enjoy watching this film. It comes in at 104 minutes. It's in color, and it is absolutely a hoot to watch. Now, how does it look on the 4K format? This is a new 4K digital restoration, and when you actually open up this pamphlet here, and you see, where does it talk about the master here? Yeah, here it is, where we see Shireen and Sydney here. It says about the master, and it says House Party is presented in the aspect ratio of 185:1, supervised by director of. It doesn't look like a brand new movie shot today, but it's a beautiful restoration of this 36-year-old film, and it just looks absolutely beautiful on the 4K format. The detail, the colors, all come through really well with that Dolby Vision. You have nice detail in the faces and the clothing and the stitching. Everything is just beautifully rendered on this 4K disc. Also, that what looks good is the night scenes. You get some nice detail even in those dark scenes where you have either kid or his father, played by Robin Harris, walking the streets, it being encountered by the cops. Those dark nighttime scenes, whether it's the cops, whether it's dealing with full force, and all the activity in the nighttime scenes, all come across really well on this 4K disc. It is just a beautiful picture all the way around. In the daytime, the nighttime, inside the interior of the house during the party, inside the house, that kid and his dad, a lot of detail everywhere in the school. It just looks absolutely wonderful on the 4K format. House Party shines on 4K. Also sounds great. You got a 4.0 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack, and it sounds absolutely wonderful with that nice music and the whole party sequences in the house all come across really well. The dialogue sounds great. It is a wonderful presentation all the way around. So definitely buy with confidence based upon the presentation and how fun this movie is. Now, let's talk a little bit about the supplements, because the supplements on this release are very nice, including a commentary from director Reginald Hudlin that's on here, which is awesome to listen to. It's great to hear a commentary from most directors, and Hudlin does a nice job on this commentary. You also have a new conversation featuring Hudlin, producer Warrington Hudlin, and film scholar Raquel Gates. And I really enjoyed that sit-down interview, or that sit-down conversation with them, just talking about the making of this film and their experiences in filmmaking and working together. And Raquel Gates does a really nice job of facilitating that conversation between the three of them. That is definitely one of the best features on this disc, in addition to another wonderful feature that is a cast reunion on a Zoom call. So you see a lot of the cast members, you see members of Full Force on there, you see Tisha Campbell, AJ Johnson, you see both Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin of Kid and Play. So you see them on there, and they're just talking about their experiences making the film and how they came on the project. And it is really a hoot to see, Kid and Play and Tisha Campbell and all them come back. It didn't have Martin Lawrence, but you did have most of the cast, of the main cast members, come back and share their thoughts on the film. And that was absolutely fantastic. You also have the student short by Reginald Hudlin on which the feature is based. So in 1983, as part of his thesis, Reginald Hudlin did House Party, a short, which became the basis or the initial treatment, if you would, for the full feature film that he would do 6 to 7 years later. So that's interesting to see that film. And you see a lot of similarities in what happens in that little short and what's carried into the full feature. You also have the trailer, and you have included in here, in this pamphlet, a very nice essay called What's Understood by Michael Harriot, which is definitely something that you'll want to read. which talks about Reginald Hudlin and talks about the production of this film and talks about this film as the cultural milestone that it is. But it just doesn't get any better than House Party. This is one of my favorite releases from the Criterion Collection of the year so far. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a film that is it's a good example of discovery of film for me. I mean, I've heard of House Party, but I've never seen it before. It's a film that, as I said, I had initially dismissed because I thought, oh, it just looks silly. I don't want to watch that film. But because Criterion released it, I thought, you know what, let me give this film a chance. And when I finally popped it in the player and watched it, I enjoyed it from beginning to end. This is a thoroughly enjoying film all the way to the end, which I will not spoil, but the end will keep you laughing, even going into the credits. It is absolutely a fun time all the way around. I thoroughly enjoyed House Party, and if any of this sounds remotely interesting to you, I can highly recommend it. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about House Party? If you've seen it, what do you think about it? What do you think about other films from Reginald Hudlin? Do you like Boomerang? Have you seen Boomerang? What do you think about that film? That's one of my favorite films from Eddie Murphy. And I just love that film, and I would love to see it go to Criterion release, perhaps. Anything is possible. Hey, if House Party can be released on 4K, why not Boomerang? But what do you think about House Party? What do you think about other films from Reginald Hudlin? And also let me know, for those of you who have seen the entire House Party series of films, House Party 2 and House Party 3, what do you think about those other films? Do they measure up, or is this really the best one and the others can be passed on, or are they great? Let me know that in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Hope you have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless. Peace.